Hi, and how are you this morning? I hope you're enjoying your Porsches in this sunshine. It's been great the last few days, especially in the southeast. I don't know about where you are, but nevertheless, it's Andy here at Porsche Minor Mechanics. Today, I am going to be doing 3 short videos all in one. Basically today, if you watched the video previously regarding the torsion bar, which I removed and I refurbished it, rubbed it down with a flap disc and repainted it with an etch primer and a satin black top coat. That's the rear torsion bar, goes over there. We're going to fit that back shortly in one little video. Another one is going to contain the basic setting up for your handbrake shoes. So you've got all your shoes in, you've got your discs back on, etc. I'm going to show you the quick way and the easy way, and it's very straightforward just to set up your handbrake. And in the third video, we are going to be replacing the inner arch on the passenger rear, on this one here, which is currently outside drying, so I've just given it a clean up. So that's where we're at, that's what we're going to do. I hope you're having a great day, and hope you enjoy the videos. Right, here we are, passenger rear, ready to set up the handbrake. Now, if I can show you, this is, if you set one of your wheel studs to 3 o'clock, and then basically what you will see through there, if I can show you, there it is. If you look there at the top of the screen, you can just make out the ratchet, which is what we're going to be playing with. Okay, now the handbrake is off, and what we will do, I'll try and do this while I'm holding the camera. Forwards, when you put your screwdriver in like this, put it in flat side 12 and 6 in like that, and you will feel I'm on it straight away. Now what you want to do is you want to tighten it up as far as it will go. Now in this case, oscillating the screwdriver forwards to the car. So you push it in, turn it, come back off it, in, forwards, and just keep going until it goes tight. Mine should be about 3 or 4 revolutions, well, 3 or 4 motions. Right. Mine is tight and the disc is locked off. What you want to then do is pop in the car, particularly if you've had the handbrake shoes off, pop in the car and just pull the handbrake up and release it. 1 second. Now by releasing the handbrake a couple of times, pulling it up and letting it go, what you'll find will happen is, possibly, yeah, mine's the same, the disc will then turn again, and that's purely because I can't find a running ratchet. There it is. That's purely because if you've had the shoes off, you need to make sure that they're circular to the inside of the drum. So by pulling them up, we'll make them do that. It will expand them to their maximum, and they will fill the drum completely. Now if you go back in, you'll probably find that you'll be able to tighten it up a bit further. Right, that's tight again. Oh, no, it's not. There we go again. That's it. Right. So you're making sure it's tight. And remember, on the passenger side rear, it's forward, so you're putting the screwdriver in like that, and then you're going forwards and you're coming off the ratchet, going back, and then you're pushing forwards. So it's forwards to tighten it, which you'll do in the beginning, and now we are going to loosen it off 4 clicks, but we're not going to do it 4 full turns like this. You want to literally just do, it's nice and tight. Okay, now it's going to be hard. 1, 2, it's very hard with 1 hand. 3, 4. It's now free to move. So that's that for the passenger side rear. Right, this is driver's side rear, and I'm a little bit tight for space here, but I'll do my best for you. There's a slight difference on the driver's side rear, is that the revolution directions are going to be reversed. So it's going to be back to tighten it and forwards to loosen it. So let's just check if I can. Yeah, okay. So I can see. You can't, but I can. God, this is there it is. There we go. You can just make out the ratchet in there. You can clearly see it through the hole. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tighten it all the way to the back. It's nice and tight, and the disc is tight as well. Now I'm just going to pull the handbrake up again just to make sure that it's all square. Right, I've pulled the handbrake up and I've come back and I managed to get another 2 ratchet turns on it, and it's back tight again. And all we're going to do is loosen it off now 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the disc should now spin beautifully. Okay, and that's all there is to it. So remember, the driver's side rear is this motion back towards the back of the car to tighten it, and then forwards to loosen it, and the other side it's round the other way, and that's basically it. And this is the passenger side rear. It's all wrapped up now. Handbrake is as good as done, and this is the refurbished arch. This one's all done for now. The exhaust has been done, new headers down there, heat shields there, all the pipe work and relevant joints have been cleaned up, and nuts and bolts have been re-greased, etc. All the calipers nice and clean, pads, and a new rotor. Time to put the wheel back on this one, and we'll do the same on the other side. Right, with the wheel back on, now's the time to make sure it's all good. So handbrake is currently off, and we've got nice free revolution. And with the handbrake on, I can't move that at all. So I'd say it's working all right. And do the same for the other side. If you get any slide, then you may want to just make sure that you've not gone more than the 4 notches. It is easy to do that. It's worth checking. Like I say, when we are tightening it up, you'll realise you are actually, with your motion, you're probably turning it 2 to 3 settings at a time. So it's certainly worth being careful with that. But the only way to check it really is to put the wheels back on it. I haven't done this side yet, but I'm going to do that shortly. That's the end of this video with the handbrake. Next job coming up in a few secs is the torsion bar replacement, which is a bar located under the rear. There's two of them, one either side. I refurbished the other one. Let's fit this one back. Nice simple job. Right, this is the passenger side rear with the wheel back on. Handbrake off. The strangest thing just happened and scared the living daylights out of me. When I was putting that wheel back on to check the brakes were handbrake was working properly, I bent down, put the wheel on, went in, pulled the handbrake up, come outside, bent down, and the roof started to open. So I thought, my God, what? It just took a mind of its own. Anyway, it only opened a little bit, back piece came up and the front came off the screen. Went back in the car, let the handbrake off, thought this is odd, and then the bonnet popped. And I thought, my goodness, I've got no idea. Anyway, closed the bonnet down, knelt down again, left the roof where it was, and started to try and move the wheel on the with the handbrake on, and the same thing happens again. This time the roof came up a bit further and the windows all dropped down. And I thought, my God, what am I going to do? What is it? Something's gone very wrong. I thought it was a sensor under the wheel or something like that. Anyway, cut a very long story short, I had the key in my back pocket. So of course, every time I was bending down, my cheeks were pressing the buttons. So we've all done that. We've all left the key in our pocket and the bonnet's popped or the roof's gone or whatever. So yeah, they're a pain in the arse, those keys, but thank goodness that I worked out what it was. On to the next video, torsion bar. Right, for the torsion bar replacement or refitting, you need a 15mm socket and a 16mm socket. You will have two bolts here. They can't go in the wrong way round. The fat chunky one goes to the centre of the car, and this one goes literally up underneath here. Now your torsion bar itself has one rubber cushion on it, which slots into the chassis, and then the other one has a nut on it. Again, it's rubber, but it has a nut on it, which we're going to remove, which locates through the car. Now then, that hole there is just by the link arm right there. Okay, I'm going to put the camera underneath the car and try and show you as best as I can how we're going to refit it. Right, the torsion bar, you can just make out right there, that's where it bolts through. That's in the corner of the rear seal, as it were. I lost you again, sorry. And it runs along that locator that we were talking about with the little nut on the top, goes through there, and then it runs along and it bolts into there. And you'll just see there the other side, which I did while I was refurbishing the other torsion bar. So what I'm going to do, I'll try it this way, but I'm not very hopeful. No, I need a hand. So I'm going to put this back in the frame and we'll come back. Right, here we are, ready to go. This lug here is going to locate into there, and then this one, which you can just see there, I'll show you as we get up, it's going to go into there, which is just off screen. So basically what we're going to do is pop that in there like that. That goes up there like that, and it kind of almost holds itself perfectly in place all on its own. Take your bolt, that one goes in there. It doesn't have a washer on it. These are basically a stability bar that come off the corner of the car and go to the main chassis, just a strengthener. There's another one, a big one, just in front of it, which I haven't taken off. That one is, it looks like it's aluminium, that one. That one runs side to side, and these two run or like an A-frame kind of thing. So that's that one in there. The bolt that goes into the corner of the sill, I'm going to need to drop mine off the jacks because I'm fouling it with my quick jacks. But we'll go up above and we'll put the screw in this one here. And from under the wheel arch, there's your bolt down there. We're just gonna, it's a little bit awkward. We're gonna put a that's in there like that. I shall tighten that one up in a minute. Like I say, I've now got to drop the jacks down so I can put the main bolt in to this corner. I'm going to try to get it in with my fingers, but I don't believe, no it won't. The chock that this block here that the quick jacks are sitting on is blocking the way. So let's drop the car down and we'll do that. Okay, for the purpose of the video, I've had to put the wheel back on, obviously, to lower the vehicle down. Just so I can get the quick jacks out of the way. And she's on the floor. Right, and basically that bolt locates up in there like that. Now, should be able to tighten that up. I'm pretty sure I can get a socket on it when the jacks are in place, but that one's tight for now. Just going to give it one more little check. And we'll raise the car back up and tighten up the others. Right, I'm just tightening up the one underneath. I need both hands, and then we'll go and do the one on the centre of the chassis. Right, rear arch, passenger side, time to put back the inner arch. Before you do that, on the convertible, don't know about the other ones, there's this drain plug here, and what it's worth doing is it's like a little rubber flap on it. If you gently peel it off, inside you will see a channel which gets full up with all kinds of crud. And this is preventing, I think most of this is to do with the hood drain, but worth giving it a little scrape out, and then basically all you've got to do is just pop back the flappy bit over the top. I'm guessing that's to stop water getting back in there, but make sure, I'm going to put this down for a second, do it with two hands. Use both hands, put it back gently, make sure it's not tight in there. It literally just sits over the hole, and there are waterways here and here to allow perfect drainage. Right, there are also here lugs 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I believe, oh yeah, 2 down here. This one on the right has to go in before the arch goes back, which we're going to put in now, and then we'll pick the arch up and assemble it back inside. Okay, that screw that I was saying had to go back before the arch, turns out I had it round the wrong way. I knew it came out, one came out before the other. Right, it wasn't this one, it's the one closest to the sill. That one goes in first. It's basically holding your splash panel in place. Right, I'm going to set the camera up and we'll get the arch up. Right, I've put the panel predominantly in situ. Looking at the rear of the car, there's your muffler. This piece here is part of the rear soundproofing, sound deadening, heat shield, that'll do. Make sure that your inner arch slots in behind it. You'll know that's the way it goes because that's where the clips are fitted to. So obviously we're going to put bolts, nuts, studs in here and hook up with that. Then basically, as far as the front is concerned, it needs to slot in behind the rim of the arch and all the way along. I'm now going to line that up, and then all the studs should poke through the relevant holes. They are fiddly buggers, but as you can see, we've now got the arch trimmed in underneath. That's sitting, the arch slides in behind that existing one, and then you've got your studs poking through there, fixing hole there. There is also one underneath as well, which we'll have to do, I think, with the quick jacks out of the way, but it's literally underneath there. Right, let's put some fixings on it. Oh, okay, all the screws are placed back in, so it goes behind the rear sound heat shield. 2 screws go in there. There's one in there if you removed it. You've got one at the top at 12 o'clock. You've got one here at about 10 o'clock. You've got that one here at the bottom. Remember, we fitted the one behind that before the cover went back. And then you've got 1 and 2 in there. Now I was able to get the one that goes underneath in as we were. And I'll show you that. This panel from the inner arch goes round and underneath, and it hooks in and it goes. There's the screw there, my fingers on it. Okay, so they've all been lubed up as best we possibly can, but that's the inner arch done. And fundamentally, this side for this season is finished. The O2 sensor's back in there, everything's snug as a bug. So hopefully, MOT's on Thursday, so I'll report back on that one. But this arch, as far as this year's concerned, is completed. I've just got the front one to do next. So close, but yet so far. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. That's the 3 videos for today out of the way. I'll be back shortly with some new ones. Take care. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye for now.